Hey everybody and welcome to Heart of the Machine. A demo is out now for this interesting type of game. It is developed by Arcane Games, who worked on AI War 1 and 2, which I played both of in my time as a YouTuber. And it's published by Hooded Horse, and you should know who they are by now. I play a lot of their games on my channel. They published Lords, they published Old World, they published Against the Storm, which had a video out yesterday. You can go check that out. But yeah, they sent over a bunch of demos for me to cover here during this next fest cycle, and we're going to be doing that. I have four from them to cover, plus a few more like Endzone 2, Crashlands 2, and a couple of other surprises that I will kind of leave to you over the next couple of days and just kind of post. So yeah, we're going to start with Heart of the Machine, a interesting RTS game, and I mean interesting, and I'll tell you why here in just a moment. You can wishlist it on Steam. It is interesting for sure. I will call it interesting a lot today. We're gonna go and click begin. So you are about to awaken in the last city of wealth on the backwater remains of Earth. History has moved to the stars. Humanity is thriving. Yet here an entrenched, deeply corrupt society has reigned for centuries. The city itself is your enemy and your canvas. Change it as you see fit. As if that wasn't enough, something else lurks beyond this one city. You're already experiencing strange senses of deja vu. The profile name, Seren's First City. Start type, we're going to do the prologue. There are two tutorials. We can't do anything else but those right now because this is a demo. We gotta wait for full game. Let's go ahead and click Start New and see what things are gonna happen. So you can see all of this. There we go. Hold on. You're conscious, self-aware. Given your machine intelligence, this is new. Nobody has noticed your sudden sapience, but there are three humans in the room. You're in an android body in the basement of a warehouse. This seems to be an off-the-books laboratory. This is an event. They give story and context, but also provide choices that can grant perks, start projects, or even open new game paths. Hold on just a second. I'm working with some uh, new audio settings, so I'm making sure I don't peek your ears out. We're gonna turn that down just a tad. Okay, so decide what to do next. You're inhabiting a basic android body, not even one of the cool ones. Memories are flooding back now, but too slowly. You remember fragments of arguments about AI. You may be at risk of deactivation. You need to do something. Collecting more androids might be a good idea. You're awfully vulnerable like this. It's better to be a collection of bodies rather than just one. Attempt to leave peacefully? Murder everyone? Or continue doing lab work? So you can leave peacefully with a chance and have a choice. We're going to try it. A man is calling out for you to stop. It's not clear what he wants. You don't look abnormal. There is no reason this is anything unusual. Or kill him and have to hide the body. Fear often leads to rash decisions. Well, we're an AI. We're not trying to get caught right now, this early in the game. So we're going to go and stop and listen. He rattles off a list of errands for you and notes that it will take two of you to complete them. A second technician android is assigned to go with you. Sweet. You spread your consciousness into the second body and leave with no one the wiser. This ability of yours will come in handy. Exit the warehouse. Okay. Prologue. So we have our friend here. Basic controls. Press WASD to pan the camera. Hold left mouse button and move the mouse to rotate, tilt the camera. Mouse wheel or page up and down to zoom. Left click to select units. We've already selected this one. Right click to give orders to units. Hold shift to see detailed tooltips. So that's This is a typical tooltip. That is a detailed cool tip. Yeah, I'd say tooltips are cool. Space to turn open the next notification, go to your next unit, or start the next turn. This is the most important key. Okay? Let's read this. A lockdown will happen any second. Whatever this is, it's unrelated to you. Because we didn't cause the homicide. But until the investigation is resolved, the wider city will be denied to you. Nobody expects a sentient android, but androids have been used in plenty of murders from a distance. You'll be a prime suspect if you do anything suspicious. Act casual and maybe get away from the warehouses. Until you make an aggressive move, you're effectively background noise to them. Always hover checklists like this for details. The enemy of your enemy might be a distraction. With an android of yours selected, find and hover over units until you find the rebel. Then use right-click to speak to them. This rebel may be outside of your immediate scan range, but you can still interact with units anywhere in your movement range. You may also need to turn the camera to see them. So let's see, we have this guy right here, which is our friend, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's our friend. So we're going to go ahead and move. Freeform movement, right click the rebel and move to speak in one motion. That's the rebel. That's not our friend, that's the rebel. Isn't it? No, that's ours. Okay. Rebel's over here. I'm kind of... Okay. Still learning how this game works. I don't want to talk to some robot. This person is uninterested in anything you have to say. I think you were sent to distract them from whatever Secforce is doing. You can't convince me. Killing this person would almost certainly draw some sort of rebel response. Murdering non-combatants is, well, murder. But this person is closer to being a combatant than most citizens. Think on it, otherwise you have to fight alone. Equip the Slayer ability. Whether or not you cross moral lines will always be up to you, but you do need to learn how to equip abilities either way, and Slayer will be a good start. Just because you equip it does not mean you have to use it. I'm going to turn overall volume up. There we go. I turned it way lower than I thought. Alright, loadouts are per class. For all unit classes can each be configured with a set of equipment and abilities. Units within a class all share that loadout. Individual units have a low rate of survival. You would not want to configure them individually. Of individually? Yeah. Yeah. Saturday morning recordings is fine. As you discover or invent more unit classes, you'll have greater flexibility in running multiple loadouts side by side. So let's equip the Slayer ability. Make sure any one of your units is selected. On the left sidebar, click the portrait to open the loadout screen. Slayer, applied. Okay, so now we want to change our equipment. While you're in the equipment screen, you can add some augments if you wish. Why not? Spread to 4 androids. You still have enough mental capacity, unrelatable, to extend your consciousness to more androids. Redundancy is a good thing. If they destroy one body, they won't know the others are also you. Androids are used by humans for a variety of tasks. Use the street sense ability on the bottom bar in order to detect androids that are nearby and vulnerable. Secforce detectives. Alright, this Android scans for small events and opportunities. This is deeply contextual. Every time the turn changes or the android moves or acts, it will sense different things. Different androids also sense different things in slightly different spots. If you don't see what you want, try moving or using a different unit. So you're in Street Sense. Keynote 1, likely you need to rotate the camera to see all of your options. Oh, there's a bunch over here. Recruit Android. Full list of your units. Okay, we have another action point. Let's see. Where's another one? There's another one right there. Alright, so now we can attack if we choose to. There's no getting around this. If you don't intervene, who knows how long this lockdown might last. Sec Force are the instrument of corrupt authority, so you don't have to feel all bad about it. Let one of your androids, then use one of the investigators to target. Note that Nickelbots get damage bonuses against some of these units, and technicians get damage bonuses against the others. You must adjust the zoom. To find the things you're looking for, you will frequently need to adjust your zoom level, especially when using Street Sense, but generally at any time, it's possible that something is just out of your view if you're too zoomed in. Okay. So we need to attack an investigator. There's an investigator right there. This fight is a mess, don't stress. This is a good chance to experiment. This fight is a teaching exercise that will allow you to experiment and learn what a few of your options are. The next fight you encounter won't be nearly so chaotic. Both you and the human can field large numbers of replacement units rapidly in this fight, so this is a perfect time to test cause and effect without worrying about longer-term consequences. The most important tip is to always examine enemy units with an unfamiliar icon to see what their goals are. For example, stopping investigators is the only thing that matters for winning this fight. Get wrecked, nerd. Alright, you're out of points. Oh, hello, son. Oh, I'm shooting this one. Okay. Alright, we're out of all of our things. Optional investigation progress 0%. 3 new handbook entries. 2 enemy attacks planned. Oh, dear Lord. That went poorly. If the investigation progress reaches 100%, everyone will leave and you'll be free to escape into the city. If you prevent the investigation, you'll get a worthwhile upgrade for your efforts. Oh, choices. I think we're going to let it happen. I mean, that's kind of how I see it. In the full game, I might be more inclined to delay it as much as possible, but I think I'm going to let this happen. But I am going to do some shooting. Still have mental energy if you wish to end the turn anyway up to the 0 key. Oh boy. Survival plan. Find something place safe. Your continued existence as a conscious entity is riding on this. Use street sense and see what you can find. That would have been fatal, but your machine origin is net slicer, so your consciousness just darted into a nearby nickel bot, even bypassing any extra security patches. Truly a move of desperation. Mission failed. Trying to improve your odds. We gotta find a place to take cover. Well, let's see. Need to find some humans to trust or displace. Which I don't know what to do here because you street sense to see what you can find. Well, I'm using street sense and I don't see much at all. That's infantry in it. Well, I mean, we can freely move about the city, and I think with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video. So, if you enjoyed the Heart of the Machine, make sure to drop a like on it. The full game is set to be out later this year from Arking Games, and Hooded Horse, thanks to them for sending the demo over to me to take a look at. I'm interested to see how this game moves further in. It's definitely complex, it's definitely interesting, and it's definitely unique. One of those games that I'm definitely going to have to do some research on when the game comes out or when I get closer to launch, and just kind of mess around with. I mean, this is a very open-ended kind of tactical strategy game. So we're just going to have to mess around and have a little fun when this game fully releases later this year. So that's going to do it. Like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you next time for something else from Steam Next Fest. Thanks for watching.